gotta take time, pose out on a big thing. On a date night, they try to imitate mine. That's a hate crime, bros in the camp, throwing hands, that's a cage fight. Big grip and the gigs high, got the K9. Said K9, sit right on the waistline. Heard through the grapevine, it don't make mine. They hoping they great, I don't stay high. I changed when I got famous, I'll explain it. If I'm hating, they say that I got favourites. Paid, but I got payments upon payments. I'm in pain, but I'm not blaming, I'm just saying. I'm a bro's blood thirsty, he's got cravings. If he lean out the window, he's not aiming. Remember hearing a door knock and it's bailiffs, now it's acres. I ain't even got neighbours.
40,000 square feet off of this pain. Look at me, I got heartaches. He don't know what heartache is. I can't ask no one for a teaspoon of sugar, it's tough, got no neighbours. My uncles had no papers. We sold sweets in school, made sense to the man and grew up and sold flavours. Wanted a million so much, went to the perfume store, bought pack of the man. TSG had me in the back of the van and prank. Wanna book a flight to Japan. I'm on a private jet and the pilot's telling me jokes, selling me land. I'm driving on a band. True say I got disqualifications. Asking God, why bless me? I'm a sinner. Why bless me when I've sinned? I don't care if the next man lose. I just wanna see us man win. Business class is free, so my mum takes every snack and every drink for the times that we struggled and we never had. I get on my, I'm telling them.
Slow down with the greatness, gotta take time, pose out on a big thing. On a date night, they try to imitate mine. That's a hate crime, bros in the camp, throwing hands, that's a cage fight. Big grip and the gates high, got the K9. Said K9, sit right on the waistline. Heard through the grapevine, it don't make mine. They hoping they pray, I don't stay high. I changed when I got famous, I'll explain it. If I'm hating, they say that I got favourites. Paid, but I got payments upon payments. I'm in pain, but I'm not blaming, I'm just saying. I'm a bro's blood thirsty, he's got cravings. If he lean out the window, he's not aiming. Remember hearing a door knock and it's bailiffs, now it's acres. I ain't even got neighbours. You know that you're rich when you get a new crib, but it don't have a number. Shit's got a name. My white thing says she only listen to a house, but she listen to a rap if it's Central. Dave 25 and I'm sitting on 25M. Mommy ain't got a stress, now the rent get paid, and they wonder why they ain't getting blessed same way. Cause they ain't on taking the risk that we practice makes perfect, and I'm scratching the surface, expanding. I was sofa surfing, no mattress, and I slept in a trap, not like cactus. Now with a Scarlett Johansson, A-list actress, and I'm so handsome. When I wanted a fit, I would go Camden. That's rodeo drive, let's go Lambeth. Nobody else from London's gone Hollywood, just see all the boy dancing. 20 bags for the sofa, one lamp, and I got marble floors. I ain't got lamp anymore, Tom Ford fragrance, well pampered. I'm a passport fool, so they can't stamp it. In the band, I'm staying in Atlantis. I snapped it once, cause I'm not gassed. I'm front row at the fashion show, trying to see which model that I wanna fuck next. She watching her way, cause she doing campaigns till I ride this dick. She ain't done enough steps. I see those guys from the other side on a keto diet, cause they don't get bread, money don't buy happiness. Cause I'm upset, the more money that you get, make you give a fuck less.
Alrighty, so there we go on that. All right, chat, this is gonna be a quick stream and whatnot, because I have to kind of get on that video grind and whatnot. I've taken a little bit more time off than I thought I was going to, but wanted to speak on some of the nonsense, I guess, in real time, and I can always, you know what I'm saying, spend the block on videos later. So hopefully you guys are doing all right. And where do we start? To be honest, a lot of nonsense. So there was, for those of you who are following Comicsgate, Mint Salad put out a video or a stream with what's that guy's name, Schizo Sean or whatnot. I haven't actually had a chance to see it yet, but big ups to Moo for sending it to me. I will say this. It sounds like, from the clips that I saw, it sounds like she just moved from one abuser to another. I don't really see there being too much of a difference, to be honest with you. Unfortunately. Riley has done the damage. He's broken her, if you will, and Schizo Sean will come in on that nice guy, Captain Save-A-Ho shit, but he'll probably end up doing just as much damage. But we'll see. We'll see. I may go over some of that on stream. Interesting shit. Interesting shit. Because Riley is kind of a reflection of Dick Masterson and some of those people over there in that kind of community or whatever. So that says a lot, to be honest. I'm gonna sit down one day, because I think it's like 2.5 hours. I may throw like 2.5, 3 hours at it, and we'll see what's what. So interesting stuff over there. As it pertains to Wings of Redemption, what's he bitching about? Apparently the first night of locale nerds didn't go off well. Someone got doxxed. No, they both got doxxed. One of them got $100 worth of pizza sent to him. Someone else found out a little bit about the other guy. My biggest takeaway, until I get a chance to sit down and do the video, is Wings knew, He knew that something could have happened to those guys, and he didn't say nothing. And I find that to be the most troubling thing, if you will. And don't worry about it. We're gonna I'll get to LTG in a minute, and some DSP shit. But Wings knew that something could have happened to those two guys, and he didn't tell them in advance. And it's just like what I told y'all. He's supposed to be a manager over there, and he can't manage. He can't manage himself. So how is he going to be responsible for two other people? Now them guys have been doxxed, and who knows what else will happen to them. And Wings put them in that situation knowing that they could have been fucked up, and he could have given them enough heads up to give them for them to take some precautions, and didn't do it. But I don't only put that on Wings. I put that on Keemstar and Boogie too. They're both equally as culpable in that situation. So that's unfortunate for them, but play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So there you go on that. Also, Wings has been crying over the last day or two about how he still has PTSD, essentially, over what happened at Fat Camp after he gave Kelly the Pepsi Power Bomb, if you will, and how he's still all fucked up about it. And he's completely taken everything away from her. We might check out a video on that. We'll see, given if time permits. So that's nonsense in itself. He's just a failure. It is what it is. He's ready to quit, and he just isn't brave enough to do that, which is ironic in a lot of ways. As it pertains to Big Ups Golden Toad. So that's a new name, I think. Big Ups. But LTG. Okay, so like I don't know enough about this situation just yet, but something about he groomed a 14-year-old or some shit on some type of messaging service or whatever the fuck. What's up, Moo? Big ups for that link you sent me the other day, by the way. I appreciate that. Thank you. I just talked about that a little bit. But yeah, LTG grooming a 14-year-old allegedly, or whatever the fuck that is. I'm gonna look into that. That's ugly that you ain't sat there and got caught up on that bullshit and whatnot. And it doesn't matter really how long ago it was. He was clearly an adult when he did it. So that nonsense needs to be addressed. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? He already had LTG already had grooming allegations on him, right? He already had that. And now they think they may have got you caught up with a 14-year-old. Fuck in A. Just crazy shit. Crazy shit and whatnot. Big ups, Prop. Haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. Big ups to everybody in chat. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. But yeah, like we were grooming, motherfuckers are grooming 14-year-olds, bro. Jesus Christ. And he doesn't seem to be doing enough to fight these allegations off. He just thinks everybody's gay and whatever. We'll see if we can tackle that a little bit. And then DSP. Holy fuck, man. I'm so behind on the DSP crap. It's insane. The marathon was a bust, which fuck him. But the marathon was a bust. Good. I'm happy about that, I guess. He failed at a fucking GoldenEye, like first fucking enemy gets murked. Battletoads was a failure, obviously. What else? He just fucked up all the way around. He was all screwed up. Like, he's all screwed up. I did, for those of you who were on the last couple streams, I think it was the last stream in particular, I called it with that Resident Evil thing, Resident Evil 9. I said that he was going to need to play that game, and he was going to need to do it in a timely manner. Because if not, he was going to get left behind, and he was going to get himself caught up, which ironically he got himself caught up anyway. And so he ain't sat there and shit the bed on that. Memology dropped a video, which we're actually going to go over, where DSP's crying and complaining about how he's not getting enough people to support him. There's not enough people sticking with him on the content. He can't devote himself to one single game because people will check out. None of this is true, obviously. It's not the game's fault. It's him. He's the one who produces the content, right? And if he wants to say that, oh, people aren't really there to see me, they're there to see the game, then come out and admit that. If you're not going to say that, or if you're not going to admit to it, then you're at fault. And he spends more time trying to blame basically the game for fucking him up more than anything. That shit is crazy. I did hear a little bit about the situation with the mayor of Louisiana. Yeah, I did, actually. I did hear a little bit about that. Let me look into that a little bit further. But yeah. Actually, now that you brought that up, this is completely unrelated, but still. I was looking into Alpo Martinez. This is like old drug shit from the 80s or whatever. And people keep blaming him, even though he's dead now. But people keep blaming him for what happened to Rich Porter, which makes sense because he did kill Rich. But they keep blaming him for what he did to Darnell too. And he didn't kill Darnell, at least not directly. He killed him indirectly, because when he killed Rich, he theoretically killed Darnell. But then people are telling me that Darnell was already dead when Alpo killed Rich. So I got to go back and look at that and make sure, just to be on the safe side. But I'm pretty confident that Alpo killed Rich over the money, over the drug money. And then Preacher and whatnot, when he found out that Rich was dead, that's when they end up killing his little brother Darnell and dumping him in the same area. So Alpo would take the blame for all of it. But that's neither here nor there. That's just some side mission shit that I'm currently on some bullshit about. Don't even worry about that. So we'll see what that all is. Anyway, here, let's go to, yeah, I heard he rage quit F-Zero as well. I heard he rage quit F-Zero too. Oh, he's a fucking dead. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see if I can pull this up for y'all real fast. And this memology video. And let me see if I can show you guys kind of the nonsense I'm talking about here. Let's see, what is this? The Rum Nitty Mike P battle. I heard about that. I heard that shit was actually pretty fire. Okay, DSP tries at memology. Let's see here. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, the $20 stream meltdown. I think this is it. All right, let's pull this up and let me, I want you to hear some of this, because DSP, as usual, and showed his ass on a bunch of this shit, but I found it interesting nonetheless. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so we need to switch scenes, chat. Here we go, because it's Gout of Thrones all day, every day around here. And then let's see if we can bring you guys in here. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Now, I can make this a little bigger if you guys want, actually. Think about it. Well, I'm going to full screen this part anyway, so I guess that really doesn't matter. It's really more what he says than what he looks like. All right, so we're over here with DSP tries at memology. And let's see here. DSP's $20 meltdown and has a board meeting in the middle of gameplay. Dragon Quest VII reimagined. So I want you guys to hear some of this nonsense if you haven't heard it already, and kind of catch what's up on this. Big ups to White. Big ups to everybody in chat. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to everybody in chat. All right, so here, let me go ahead and play this for y'all, and let me see if I can get you guys temperature, and you guys tell me what you guys think. Let me see if I got this a little bit centered, though. All right, here we go. Oh, can you guys hear that? You guys should be able to. All right, let me play it for a minute, and then you guys will let me know. All right, here we go.
Okay. This guy's a marvelous mustache. Holy crap, look at the size of it.
All right, cool.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to decompress my back. Hold on. Oh. Ooh.
In fact, you know, one thing you can do if you have back pain, you can decompress your back, and there's various ways to do it. The quickest way to do it is just doing this, taking your hands and pushing yourself up like this, and just supporting all of your weight on your arms instead of your back.
Look at how scrawny his arms are back then. Good God, bro. That's disgusting. Just terrible. Just absolutely fucking terrible. Absolutely fucking terrible.
And I can already feel my back decompressing. Gravity's pulling my back downward, and it decompresses all the discs in the back. And you do this for like 10, 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think you really catch the effects of it for that short of amount of time, but all right.
Already, like, oh God, you can feel the relief. And then you just very slowly put yourself back down.
What an evil look. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that isn't dead-faced or dead-fished, I don't know what is. That's a devastating look. Holy shit, bro. Oh, tell me you're not dead without telling me you're not dead. Jesus Christ.
Like this?
That's crazy. Yeah, literally Dr. Doolittle.
Ah! Okay. Felt a little better.
Did it?
All right.
Really?
Guys, if you're here and you are chilling and enjoying, please support the stream in some way. Best way and easiest way is just to like the stream if you're watching on YouTube. It's free, it gives engagement, it brings more people to the stream, so please do that if you haven't yet.
Speaking of which, man, big ups to James the Lesser, and then there's another guy on Twitter. And this is old. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not even sure if most of you guys remember this, but James Lesser did a video based on a tweet that someone did like 4 or 5 years ago, and someone had figured out, or someone had remembered that when DSP and Panda Lee started dating, right? Or when they started talking, whatever. Panda had just dropped out of high school, right? She had just dropped out of high school. But in 2021, she was studying for her GED. This is important because recently she just got promoted. She's working for like, I want to say she's working for like Jacob Edwards, or is it Edwards Jacobs? I can't remember now. And whatnot, because I use Vanguard. I don't invest through this particular company. But anyway, she works for like some type of financial institute now. She just got promoted. It's a thing, right? Congratulations to her. But if you look at the timeline of when she dropped out of high school and when her and DSP started talking or whatever, DSP had to have been talking to her when she was 17. He had to have been doing, anyway, that's something that I'm working on, but I may have to actually show that to you because most of you guys might not remember that. But yeah, that shit was stupid when I saw that shit. That shit was dumb as fuck. And I don't know why I decided to think about that recently, but something made me go back and look at it. Yeah, like it's pretty insane. Matter of fact, I'll see if I can find the tweet for you guys after this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I just started thinking about that and shit, and I knew that James the Lesser had the video on it, so I went and looked, and he had it. But crazy shit, just absolutely wild ass shit. Anyway, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that if there's time. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. My bad. My fault. Honestly, that's his weird ass decompression. I guess that's how he's gonna loosen himself up for LTG one of these days. All right, here we go.
Okay, felt a little better. All right, guys, if you're here and you are chilling and enjoying, please support the stream in some way. Best way
that actually
streams. People don't have an attention.
My bad. Okay, let me check. I can fix this button scheme while I'm talking to y'all. But another thing too is, right, it shows you how predatory DSP is. Like, he wanted to keep her as a dependent for as long as he could. Hence the reason why he did it in that way. Why wouldn't you have wanted that chick to get her fucking either go back to get her high school diploma or get her GED sooner? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she left you in 2017. Sorry. They started dating in 2012, but I promise you they were talking before that. She left him in 2017. She waited till 2021 to finally go back and get her education. That's a fucking massive gap. But the point is that he wanted to keep her ignorant. He wanted to keep her dependent. That shit's scary, bro. That shit is scary as fuck when you think about how manipulative that is. Insane. Anyway, here we go.
Okay, felt a little better. All right. Guys, if you're here and you are chilling and enjoying, please support the stream in some way. Best way and easiest way is just to like the stream if you're watching on YouTube. It's free. It gives engagement. It brings more.
We'll talk about that again, Dwight. Like, well, there's a lot of things I want to talk to you about. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna reach out to Proper too because I'd like to bring him into that conversation. And there's one more person. I want to bring Declan. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with who Declan is, Dwight. But I want to bring Declan Reed into that conversation too, and whatnot. I think it'll be a nice little round table, if you will. Like I said, I'll reach out to some people. I'll see if I get something worked out. But yeah, I think it opens up an interesting conversation. People
to the stream, so please do that if you haven't yet. Outside of that, please consider supporting the stream in some way. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat. You can you can become a member. You can.
So we're back to begging again. Okay, it didn't take long, but I'm glad we're back at it.
Give some memberships to the
welcome home
community. All that would help tremendously. If you're on Kick, you could send some kicks, or you could become a sub or gift a sub. Or if you're watching, no matter where you are, you can actually send a tip via PayPal. If you're watching on demand, you could leave a super thanks on the video, or you could like the video and leave comments for engagement. All right. I'll be honest, we are 40 minutes into today's stream. It's not doing so well. It sucks because we were doing well when I was playing this before Resident Evil. Then I went on the break to play Resident Evil basically for a week. We come back, we have way less attendance and almost no support for the game. This blows.
He'll eventually go back to the goals. He's going to have to. He's going to have to. And eventually he's going to go back to Twitch. Like, I'm waiting for that to happen. Eventually he's going to go back to Twitch. Because same thing with Wings. If Wings is really going to keep streaming, he's going to have to go back to Twitch as well.
Because I really like the game and I want to keep playing it. I don't know how I'm going to play a lengthy JRPG if no one's here to support it. So that sucks. I mean, I hope that things turn around on the stream. We still do have about 3 hours left. But right now, it ain't looking so good.
Sounds like an employee at a job that they hate, literally counting the fucking clock down. That's unfortunate. If you love what you do, then I thought people don't do that. Whatever.
So please support Dragon Quest if you like old school turn-based RPGs, chill vibes and fun. I would love to keep playing this game.
Should have been beat this game.
Really. Chill Pickle says every game you play has chill vibes. This is nothing special. So Street Fighter is chill? Really? You think Street Fighter is a chill? You think when I play RimWorld and constantly there's a million things going on, a million moving parts, a million things I need to learn on the fly, that's chill? Really? You think
I mean, if chill means boring, then yeah, basically. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Hollow Knight with incredibly chill.
Like, if you think about it, Raw Phil's Cammy basically has those delicious pound cakes imprinted on fucking DSP Snort sacks, which is probably the closest thing that he's been to a woman in a while, virtually or otherwise. I mean, just accept it for what it is. Like, you're never gonna end up beating a competent Cammy. Ever. and Ken already owns his soul, and he's slowly but surely losing the damn near everybody else on the roster. Like, the way some of these Marissas keep coming out here and handing him his ass, it makes me want to actually pick her up just because.
Challenging boss fights and platforming, that's chill. Now the point is, this is uniquely chill. We can talk, we can hang out. You notice no one's really doing that. Like, that's the problem. Everyone knows this is supposed to be a chill stream. We have only a small handful of people who are treating.
In RimWorld, I thought most of his colony already died off. I'm surprised that he even has anybody that's still under his charge, to be honest.
Treating it as such. So there's not much I can do about that. Okay, I need people to come by and hang out, and people were doing that before Resident Evil. But I can't make people come back because we were playing a prominent game everyone wanted to see me play. And that sucks. It might have killed this playthrough. I hope not. I hope things turn around today.
That's absolute bullshit. And as I said in the last stream, if he didn't finish Resident Evil in a timely manner, he'd have been fucked. And even then, he still didn't do that. He still kind of screwed the pooch on that shit. But he needed to beat that game. And he needed to beat it in a respectable manner, or a time frame at the very least. If not, then he'd have been fucked on stream, which towards the end of the last stream, he kind of theoretically did. He already took too long. So, but that's just me.
Because I love this game, but I can't make people like a game. No matter how hard I try. Okay?
When he means everybody, he means the selected dents who are willing to pay for it. And even then, they got tapped out rather quickly, to be honest with you. Between that elevator situation, which I'm gonna do a video on that, and the whole glass ceiling nonsense where he killed himself in that, on top of some of the other buffooneries he had displayed, it was more of a mock. It was more of a mock playthrough than anything. There's nothing meaningful about it. It was just a dumb person making incredibly dumb decisions over and over and over again, which makes it kind of hilarious if you think about it, just at his expense.
I didn't think they were. Oh. Your Rose Diamonds, you don't have to pay attention to these people. She says, I get the art style is turning people off. If you're not used to it, it can make it hard to make the mature parts of the story seriously. The game is as faithful as the art style as ever looked in game. The people who are complaining about the art style want me to play Pacopia. I want you to think about that for a second.
Okay.
It's not legit. It's just people complaining for the sake of complaining because they want to be whiny bitches on the internet and they don't have any bearing on anything. So just don't pay attention to them. If you didn't notice, I don't.
Except for the message that you actually read out. Okay.
Okay. Am I going to react to the Super Mario Galaxy movie direct? That's up to you. So guys, I don't know what to say.
Didn't he already go on like an autistic rant about that shit? Like the other day? I'm gonna have to look that up now. I'm gonna have to look that up.
I'm gonna be real with all of you. I like the game. I liked the game when I was playing it before, and it was an underperforming game, but today we've got like 20-something bucks of support, and I've been streaming since 11 a.m. Okay? It's not doing well. All right, at all.
You just admitted that it was an underperforming game, though. So what did you expect? Whatever.
In any way. And I still got another 2 hours, 15 minutes on the stream. But yeah, this is not really working too well. It sucked because the last couple of streams of the game actually did really well. People were coming by and saying, hey, I like this game, please keep playing it, and they were supporting it. I don't know where those people are today. Okay, people were asking for this game in the last week. They were like, when are you bringing back Dragon Quest? And I said, next week we're bringing it back. This sucks.
This fucking sucks.
I put a lot of effort already into it, over 20 hours. It sucks because I don't want to even consider dropping it, but how can I stream a game if I stream all day and there's 20 bucks to support? I can't. Okay, I'm just being real. I can't. It's terrible. So if you like this game, I need you to support it today, please, okay? Let's go. Let's get some support right now. Let's get a sub. Let's get some kicks. Let's get a super chat, a tip, a membership. Can we get some support at all for Dragon Quest? Even if it's not a lot, a little helps. If a couple people give a little bit, it adds up. You understand? So let's go.
Right now on KO Gaming, I have over 5,000 subscribers. If half of those subscribers gave $1 a month,
He really thought that was going to work back then too, except for the 5,000. He really was thinking if that maybe half of that number, 2,500, would have bought in. He really thought that was going to be the scheme with fucking Patreon. Oh, amazing time. Amazing time.
right? Which is nothing. What, a pack of gum? That would be a tremendous help to me. $1 helps. I'm not kidding you. It really does.
No, like, I don't know what to say because, like I said, originally this playthrough was doing okay. All right, it wasn't doing great, but it wasn't doing terrible. It was doing okay. So I said, hey, I'll keep it in the rotation, right? Then that last couple of sessions, it actually did really good.
I really, because I've been thinking about this myself. You know, like the whole, like, the whole virtual tip cup thing that you can see on screen and you can see it, like, you can see it fill up or whatever. I really wish he would do that. I really would. Just so I could see all of the fucking Argentinian pesos that would fucking, that would stack up. But he won't do it. I know he won't do it because he knows it's going to get flooded with fucking Detractor, fake tips and shit. He's going to get mad at it, which is unfortunate because I honestly think that would be amusing. Oh, no. All right, there we go. Look at that shit. God damn, Phil. Not very good dimension, sir.
Like, we were actually doing really good for support. Today, I mean, viewership is down. When we were playing it last, we had over 200 viewers. Now we barely have 170. Like, it's 175 right now, but we just had 150. It's going like this.
Wow.
Maybe a little bit, and now it went.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Sure, you don't.
I don't know what happened because I didn't play it for a week and a half because everyone wanted Resident Evil, which I think was the right decision to make, to play Resident Evil and beat it in the week. Now it seems like this playthrough's dead. What do you think, Jasper Kitty? I don't know. It sucks. I like it. Like I said, I like chilling and relaxing playing this game, but I need people to show up for it, and the people who want to chill aren't here. We got a Kick audience. The entire audience on Kick just sits here bitches the entire time about how they want other things like Pacopia, which, by the way, Pacopia is going to be a slow-paced, cutesy-looking game just like this, so they're just full of shit. They just say shit because they always want to be contrarian. If I were playing Pacopia right now, they would complain that Pacopia sucks and it's boring. So I don't listen to them because I'm not stupid. But the YouTube audience was the audience that was coming by and engaging and supporting this game. Right? So I don't know. Well, if people don't like me, then they probably shouldn't be on the fucking stream, which you're not anymore. Idiot.
I mean, the way those numbers keep dipping, apparently no one really likes you for the most part.
No, Rose Diamonds, I get it. Again, this is not me saying, oh, I'm so upset. You notice, I'm not upset.
Yeah, I have noticed that actually since the side scroller situation. He's actually, when you really look back at it, I will, because I have to still do that. I still have to put out my rendition of the interview. He lost a lot during that side scroller shit. Like, Stuttering Craig literally stole what was left of his soul. Well, most of it. He stole the majority of his soul during that whole saga. Holy shit, bro. I think, like I said, I understand that the whole Kino Casino, like, people give a lot of credit to Kino Casino and they deserve it, don't get me wrong. But I honestly think that Side Scrollers deserves far more credit for what they did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the damage that they dealt, I should say. I don't know. We'll talk about that later, I suppose.
It's weird because this playthrough's been all over the place, has it not? Concretely, you can see that. There's been times when it's been just doing okay, times when it's been doing great. Now it's like, I don't know what to do, right?
He should have came clean. Sorry about that. Matthew, yeah, he should have just came clean. He should have just came clean from the jump. And he could have saved himself all of this trouble. But he was so egotistic. I mean, he walked into that interview planning on fucking them over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me be very clear about that. He always stepped into that interview with the idea of lying to them, poaching their energy, poaching their audience, and then fucking off. Eventually. Because eventually they were going to get rid of him. He always had plans to do that. You know what I mean? He was never going to be honest with them. He was going to only tell them what he thought they wanted to hear. And it backfired like fucking massively. But he never had any plans of coming clean with that shit. At all. At all. You know what I'm saying? And to sit there for 5+ hours and do that shit and feel justified in it? All right, bro. All right, bro. If that's not mental illness, I don't know what is, man. That's crazy.
So let's continue. We'll play for about another hour. Then I believe I'm going to take my break because I think my wife will be coming home. And let's just see how the stream does. Obviously, I hope that the stream is going to improve and do better than now. I mean, if we're at end today at $26 to support, yeah, that's going to be terrible.
DSP doesn't think in the long term, though. Disco. He doesn't think in the long term at all. Everything is short term. Everything is about trying to prevent a clip that goes viral, if you will. And he'll just deal with the long-term damage as it happens, which makes no damn sense if you really think about it. He's only hindering himself when he does shit like that. But he don't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't think that far ahead for that to be a thing, which is unfortunate. Not really. I love it. But he doesn't think, but you know, it's unfortunate for him. And he thinks he can just wave it all away later, or he can memory hole it, if you will. So.
And I might not even play the game again, quite frankly. Not that I.
And then there's this speculation that's been going on for like the better part of like 6 months that that something like 70% of his audience are just bots. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the egregious bots that we normally see. Like, they're just a constant stream of bots. Like over 100+ people, alleged people, are just bots on his stream every day. If that's true, and that's a big if because that's kind of a stretch. But if it was true, then that says a lot. But yet we want to shit on LTG and his chat when DSP is literally in the exact same place. Womp womp.
I want to make that decision, but I got to do things people want. If we end the stream today at $26 to support, it means people don't want it anymore, you know? Which I don't understand because we had 2 amazing streams of this before. It's a game like this, sadly, I think can be killed by delay. And both this and Hollow Knight were delayed. Hollow Knight has been welcomed back, you know, wholeheartedly. People are.
He should have played the first Hollow Knight before Hollow Knight 2 came out, to be honest, but whatever.
Very excited to see me finish the game. All right, are we ready? Let's resume. Let's see what happens. Hopefully things will go better, and if not...
Yeah, Golden Toad for sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's as large as people say it is, though, but it's very clear that, like, the day-to-day is being botted. You know what I'm saying? It has to be at this particular point, but that's neither here nor there.
I guess we'll have to talk and figure it out. All right? Okay. Let's continue.
Either that or just detractors watching the stream. That's a thing, too. You know what I'm saying? So...
Oh, let's see here.
Big ups the Raw Wings, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Big ups the Raw Phil, obviously. But big ups the Raw Wings, too. Like got Jordy over there literally pulling his fucking hair out. It's fucking hilarious.
Received a $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother. This is your best playthrough so far this year. It's a shame a lot of viewers don't appreciate this. Here's what it is. And I've said this over the years, okay? I feel like the era of the classic turn-based RPGs was the 90s and 2000s, right? That's when these games were prominent. What's happened is in the last 15 plus years, all game devs decided, well, the new audience has ADD. They need action. They need button mashing. They need, you know.
He's part of the reason. If you think about that, and that goes back to the fucking whole God of War situation. All right, whatever. He's literally part of the problem. He's legit part of. Matter of fact, hold on a second. Let's take a detour. Chat. Let's take a detour. We're gonna go on a field trip real fast. Give me just a second. Because I know I have this on that secondary Twitter. Here we go. Let's see this shit right here. Okay. I know I got it saved. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. That's him being murdered by the first person in GoldenEye, which is kind of funny. Actually, I may bring that up. Let's see here. Pick up the Repsy. They're putting in work. Energy vampire. Ah, dog, dude. Motherfuckers be bookmarking a bunch of shit. Let's see. Let's see. Absolutely fucking riveting, gotta tell you. Worry about uploading. $51 on stream. Ordering simping for fucking Melanie Mac again. This weirdo. Actually, hold on a second. Let me tap y'all into this real fast. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this silly shit. Let's see here. Do I actually have the thing for that, though? I might. Maybe? Okay. This cat. I'm not sure if you guys, this is this guy who came out of nowhere. He's a dent, and he's giving DSP money, thinking that he's pissing people off or whatever. I don't really understand it, but whatever. Here, let me play this real fast.
You really want me to do that? Okay. Can I handle the trolling though? Richard, do you really want me to answer that question? You really want me to do that? Okay. Here we go. My daughter killed herself. People have made fun of me for it. Called me a fag. That's the reason why she did it. You know what that did to me? Nothing. Nothing. I can handle the trolling, sweetheart. There's nothing that you're going to say to me that's going to piss me off. I promise you that. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing that you do. Send the cops to my... Nothing. It's all free content. Go for it. Let's play. I bet you I win. I bet you I outlast you. And I bet you bring me money. Does that answer your question? It should have. Can I handle the trolling though? Richard, do you really want me to answer that question? You really want me to do that? Okay.
I'm almost like 2 seconds away from challenge accepted almost. Like, I'm almost there, because he really, I mean, if he's really about that action, but, let me play it one more time, and then we'll move on to what I'm looking for.
Can I handle the trolling though? Richard, do you really want me to answer that question? You really want me to do that? Okay. Here we go. My daughter killed herself. People have made fun of me for it. Called me a fag. That's the reason why she did it. You know what that did to me? Nothing. Nothing. I can handle the trolling, sweetheart. There's nothing that you're going to say to me that's going to piss me off. I promise you that. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing that you do. Send the cops to my... Nothing. It's all free content. Go for it. Let's play. I bet you I win. I bet you I outlast you. And I bet you bring me money. Does that answer your question? It should have. Can I handle the...
Interesting. Okay. We'll see where that goes. Because that's kind of piquing my interest. Especially the outlasting part. He's really trying to pique my interest on that one. Okay, so let's see here. He really piquing my interest on that shit. Let's see here. I swore I had this shit saved. That's Wings of Redemption being weird. Let's see here. Burnt Peanut. Oh yeah, his rant about fucking Burnt Peanut. That shit might be funny. Indie games. Holy fuck, I may not have it here, chat. Let's see, that's Wings' Pepsi Power Bomb. Interesting. I may have lost that. I don't think anybody took the tweet down, though. Until the Untouchable. this right here. Here's this right here. This is DSP practicing for fucking low tier god. That's quaint. that's pretty special. DSP felt the need to go ahead and get into the lab for that. So that's a thing. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see here. Sorry for all the dead air. What's that? That's only used me blade, talking about he had to cut some of his toes off to save his foot, which is wild. To say the very fucking least. What is this? God damn, I gotta better organize this shit. Look at that, I got way too much stuff here. Let's see here. What's this? Burnt Peanut got his face doxed. Well, he didn't get his face doxed. Like, Burnt Peanut had... He was basically making content before he moved on to what he's doing now. And someone figured him out. Let's see here. Begging for money instead of telling people to go out and get a job. Actually, hold on. Let's go ahead and see this real fast.
No, I totally understand what the word irony means, but you just don't understand your own life situation. You think that, like, sitting on a stream and sending comments in a chat is, like, some kind of meaningful, like, commentary. It's not. You're a loser. It really. I'm the one sitting here having fun playing games all day for a living, and you're the one sitting there mad about it instead of doing something for yourself. That's the irony of the situation here. Okay. Anyway, it looks like it's good.
Ooh, okay. If you say so, champ. All right, let's see here. Fucking A, bro. Did I end up losing this shit? Oh, this sucks. I may have actually lost this shit. That's unfortunate. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find the James the Lesser joint then, since I'm already here. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to it. Holy fuck, a lot of comic skate shit. Oh damn, I got a lot of catching up to do on that. What is this? That's the Maximilian thing that I talked to you guys about. I don't think they took the tweet down, but I can't. I gotta be honest with you. I cannot find it. Huh. Yeah, I can't find. Sorry about that, chat. I can't find it right now. Crazy enough. I swore I had this shit saved though, or bookmarked, or whatever the fuck. All right, we'll resume with this. If I find it, I find it. But yeah, I can't find it right now though. That's for sure. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Okay, let's see. That actually makes me rather sad. Oh, actually, sorry about that. That makes me very sad. I can't find that tweet. It's fucking crazy. All right, here we go.
You know, action combat at all times. I mean, let's be honest, even some of the biggest turn-based RPG franchises like Final Fantasy have literally become action-based button mashers. And that's sad, right? It really is. So because of that, now we have all an entire generation where it's like, well, there's no action. I don't understand. Well, that's not the point. The point of a game like this is a slow burn, right? Turn-based combat, relaxing, interacting, chilling, having a good time while you're playing the game. And I do believe that there are people who like that, but they're not my audience because, let's be honest, these games haven't been prominent in a while.
So then why are you playing games that you know your audience has no interest in? And then you expect to be paid for it on top of that. So let's reword that. So you're choosing games that you can't get people to actually come to your streams to watch. And yet somehow you expect him to pay for it. But that's weird because he's contradicting himself. Because doesn't he say he has like multi-factions? Well, he has a multi-factional, let's reword that. He has a diverse audience that people come to him, or different groups of people, I should say, come to him for different type of stuff. So if that's the case, there should be always, if they're real people, of course, he should always have at least a handful of people on deck for whatever game that he's playing. But that's clearly not what he's saying here. So what's the problem? And see, that's why you shouldn't lie like this. This is literally why you shouldn't lie like this. Holy shit.
So when I play one of them, it's few and far between, and then I do, and like, oh, I can't take it. I mean, the same thing happened last year with the game of the year, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. It was the game of the freaking year.
He dragged that shit out, though. Like, he clearly dragged that game out. He deserved what he got.
And I couldn't get people excited or engaged for it when I was streaming it, you know? So it's rare. I think what happens is sometimes...
That's actually fairly true, Disco. But he'll never actually admit to that unless he can somehow spin it.
I get lucky and we get that right audience for it. But now we give the game a break, and now it's not doing well today. Like, what can you do about that, right? Not much. Again, it's not...
Then why are you talking to us about it then? Leave those people alone.
Not that in general all my content is doing poorly. That's not true at all. Everything's doing good except this. So what can I do, right?
I don't know. The views on YouTube beg a differ, but whatever.
Right? Your Dab Hands has nailed it too. He says, it was wild to me watching it back. Even Resident Evil dropped off in support towards the end. You're right, it was the last 2 streams. People don't have an attention span for even good things these days. It's tough. Yeah, like people were yelling at me, saying, you should have beaten Resident Evil in 2 days.
No, he could have beaten it in 4 days. It didn't need to be a 6-day game playthrough. He should have played it for like 3 or 4 straight days, both streams, just to get it up and out of there. He should have done that. But he's a dumbass and whatnot, and that's why he got what he got. He deserves it.
I'm like, so you wanted me to rush through it, not take my time, not balance with other games, just throw everything else away to play Resident Evil for 2 days? And everyone's like, well, yeah, that's what every streamer does.
Look at him. Look at him. He's so quick. Keep in mind, he's so quick to want to be held. He wants to be respected, I should say, as other streamers are. That's why he says this whole 17, 18-year legacy career, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But then when he's held to the same criteria, I'm different. I'm unique. You can't do that to me. Fuck all that bullshit.
Even good things these days, it's tough. Yeah, like people were yelling at me, saying, you should have beaten Resident Evil in 2 days. I'm like,
oh, another thing too from that marathon. Supposedly he was saying there was some type of button delay with the controller that he was using, and then he literally in the next snort he had proven his own argument that it was, or he disproved his own argument, and then he shut the fuck up. I definitely have to look for that clip. That's hilarious, because if you take that into account, that completely and utterly kills his argument for Street Fighter. And how he's dropping inputs, or the game is dropping his inputs and all that bullshit. No, he thinks something should come out after it doesn't come out. That's what his problem is. And it's always been his problem. It's always been his problem. I had a conversation with Goji Tanks and whatnot. Big ups to him. Look forward to talking to him again. And I didn't get a chance to really talk to him about a lot of Street Fighter, but I grasped from what conversation I did have with him, it gave me enough to be like, it is DSP just placebo affecting. It's just the placebo effect that DSP's doing to himself on why he's not executing like he's supposed to. It's because he's just not executing. He's not pressing the button when he says he is. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking of it, but from the thought to the actual motor functions of it, it's not connecting. There's like a disconnect there, which is hilarious.
so you wanted me to rush through it, not take my time, not balance with other games, just throw everything else away to play Resident Evil for 2 days. And everyone's like, well, yeah, that's what every streamer does.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Defeated. Defeated.
Just
Suffer, piggy. Suffer.
throw everything else away. Fuck it. Nothing matters because Resident Evil's out.
It's only 2 days, Phil. It's not that big of a deal.
Maybe we won't even go back to anything Because that's the other problem.
And look at that shit. Sky is falling. Someone's telling you to play a game for 2 straight days, and then all the other playthroughs, just we never bring those back? What sense does that make? Like, what kind of mild retardation is that? Look at him. Suffer!
Just throw everything else away. Fuck it. Nothing matters because Resident Evil's out. Maybe we won't even go back to anything. Because that's the other problem is, again, look what happens when you put something on the back burner for a bit. And in this case, it was only about a week, right? That we didn't play, but a week and a half we didn't play this.
What do you mean a week and a half? Well, whatever. That's whatever.
Can you imagine if it was longer than that? What if 3 new games had come out? So we played.
It was a dead playthrough. Let's call spade a spade, chat. It was a dead playthrough before Resident Evil, before he started playing Resident Evil. But we're completely obfuscating that fact and whatnot because we're mad that no one wants to give him more than $20-something. Holy shit.
all those nonstop, and then we try to go back to this. Who's going to show up for it, right?
Basically, here's a whiny baby.
There you go. Rose Diamond says, the Octopath series, Persona, Expedition 33, they've all done a great job of reviving turn-based RPGs in the last decade, but it's still pretty niche to a broad gaming audience as a whole. Yeah, I would argue the games do well selling and playing, but not for like an audience, right? Like, I'm just doing my best.
So maybe you don't have to stream every fucking game that comes out. Womp womp. Maybe you as the streamer, as the content creator, need to make better decisions. Womp womp.
And I'm playing this just like I do all the other games, and it's fun.
Maybe that's the problem. Hold on, let me bring that back. I want you to hear him out when he says this.
Yeah, I would argue the games do well selling and playing, but not for like an audience, right? Like, I'm just doing my best, and I'm playing this just like I do all the other games, and it's funny. Hollow Knight,
I play this just like how I play all of the other games, and he wonders why he loses people's interest. You can't play each and every game the exact same way, trying to drive your head into the fucking wall if no one decides to handhold him or hoof hold him. You can't just drive your head into the fucking wall over and over and over again until you beat the game and expect to get better results. It doesn't work that way. And the fact that this mongoloid still hasn't figured that shit out is amazing. It's amazing.
doing great. RimWorld, doing great. Street Fighter, doing great. So it's not that people don't like the content, it's that they don't like the game, I think.
And hasn't all three of those games that he mentioned been saved at the last minute one way or another? Big up Silent Weapon. Holy shit. It's been a while since I've seen you. I see a lot of your posts though. In some of the Discords I circle around, your posts make it all over the place. Good stuff. But big ups. Crazy shit, man. Just crazy shit.
I don't know what else to say. Broughton, you're right. I'm a variety guy. He says, a lot of people marathon the new games to play them. Right. He says, so you can see it faster other places. So number one, you're seeing someone who's literally just sitting there nonstop playing the game, which means they're not going to play it well. They're going to get burnt out.
How do you know that, though? And they clearly can play it well enough if they can get through it in a day or two. So what's that say? And if that's the case, if you go off of his argument, they're not playing it well enough, or they're not going to play it well enough, right? If they're not doing that, but they're getting it done in a day or two, then what the fuck is taking him so long then? If you think about it from his argument or from his standpoint. If this person's struggling, but they can get the game done in a day or two, then what the fuck's taking him almost a month to finish these games for then? Even if he is rotating 3 or 4 games, that's not a justification. He's really killing himself on this. Because if you're playing 4 games and it's taking him anywhere from 3 weeks to a month plus to beat each and every one of these games that can be beaten in, let's say, even for someone at his intelligence level, a week, then what's he dragging these games out for? Theoretically, he should be able to finish 4 games in under 3 weeks. But we're not doing that. So what are we doing?
Right? The quality of the playthrough probably isn't that great, but that's okay because they're popular, right? And that's the point I've been trying to make to people, is that when you compare me to others, you're comparing me.
Oh, big up, Yamamoto. Yeah, facts. Like, whatever. Like, whatever. Like, DSP just does his dumb shit. It's not even about the money. It is about the money, Dwight. But then again, the money's drying up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's Cope too. But the money's already dried up. Like, after the first stream or 2, let's say this. Let's try to be generous. Let's say after the first, like, 3 streams of a new game, the money's almost done. Right? Like, it's almost done. So why are we even bothering with it at this point? Just knock the games out and then move over to the next game. Isn't DSP the same person who says, I don't have enough time with my wife. I don't have enough time with my family, this, that, and the third. Okay, then. So if you actually bang these games out, you can get to the games that you want, and theoretically, you can have more time with your wife, mom. Right? Isn't that like the idea? The fuck? Anyway.
To people who are 10 times my size, right? I'm never going to be someone who gets views just because I'm popular.
You never really did, so that doesn't even matter. That's a moot point.
I have to do something different. I have to try to make quality content. That's how I've survived 18 years.
You only survived for what? Okay, wait a second. You only survived for 18 years. That's not what you think it is. You didn't thrive. You haven't progressed. You haven't grown. You've stagnated. You're basically stagnant. And you've been able to keep limping along doing what you're doing. It's not the flex that you think. Anyway, let me bring that back. Oh, wow. It's that weird fucking tongue thing he keeps doing. Because of the fucking stroke. Jesus Christ.
I'm never going to be someone who gets views just because I'm popular. I have to do something different. I have to try to make quality content. That's how I've survived 18 years. So how do I make quality content? By pacing myself. By doing variety so I have more than one audience. By all the things that I do that make it work. But sadly...
But it's not working, though. According to his own narrative, it's not working. All right.
I just can't make every single game work.
Incredible.
I just can't. I try to make certain games appeal. I try to play them well, pace myself.
He doesn't know the difference between quality and quantity. That's honestly what it comes down to, but that's just me, though. An active Theo, well, not exactly Theo theory.
So I can't just rush through every game. Can you imagine if I tried to play this and rush through it? It would still have been a week and a half, and I would have lost the entire audience. Everyone's saying, you played Dragon Quest for a week and a half? What are you, insane? You know? You can't. The reason I...
The struggle session, the copium, the fucking mental Olympics that's going on here is fucking insane.
Have longevity is because I do things differently, because I'm not a virally popular guy, so I have to do things different. It just sucks that I can't convince people to like certain games. I've tried.
Why do you have to convince me? I'm gonna bring that back. Because there's something incredibly manipulative in that shit. Why do you have to convince people of shit? Whatever you're producing, let's use his sandwich shop analogy. Fuck that, let's do something better. Like, so you're coming into my coffee shop, SnortBucks Coffee Company, the best beverage company. Big ups, Chia. You come into my coffee shop, you look at the menu. What I have is what I have. Either you order off the menu of what you see there, or maybe I'm taking requests that day, depending on how I'm feeling. Or if not, then you can, you know what I'm saying? There are options out there. I should never feel like, well, no, you should never feel like when you come to someone's stream that you have to be convinced to like them. Or you got to be convinced to be entertained by what they do. Or you have to be convinced to give them money. Or whatever fucking copium bullshit, fucking cult-like crap he's trying to push. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense at all. That just sounds... It sounds parasocial, obviously. To be honest with you. It sounds hella parasocial. But it also sounds like incredibly clingy. And controlling, obviously, too. Whatever.
The reason I have longevity is because I do things differently, because I'm not a virally popular guy, so I have to do things different.
So you're saying if you were virally popular, you would still slosh through a game? You really think people would sit around for a week and look at some imbecile fuck up on a game for the better part of 7 days? That doesn't make any sense. All right, whatever.
It just sucks that I can't convince people to like certain games. I've tried, you know?
Hey, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything, but it just sounds fucking disgusting the way he says that shit.
I don't know what else to say.
So I see people on Twitter, Will, signing off from my 18-hour stream of Black Ops 4 to get some sleep, but I'll be back in 3 hours for more. It's like, Jesus Christ, some people are just so serious about this shit. I'm not. You guys know that. I play it for fun. I'm a variety streamer. I don't rely on one genre or one style or one IP in order to make make my popularity grow or anything. I'm just here to have fun with.
But that's kind of not true if you really think about it, but whatever.
Any game I play.
Bobby Bo, who cares? Why would you even come to my chat and ask me that? He goes, did you hear LTG got caught saying he wants to hit a kid in a chat room, gang? What?
What?
I wish the Memology had put in the clip of when DSP did that shit, but whatever. I wish he had thrown that in here.
What are you talking about? I'm taking a look. Hold on, let's see. What's the name of this stream? It's called DSP Gaming. we were playing Dragon Quest VII. What does that have to do with LTG?
The stream is so boring that they would rather talk about LTG smacking the shit out of some kid in some virtual room than listen to your bullshit. Sounds about right to me if you ask me, though. But whatever.
Oh my god. Anyway. Titan Knight Slab says, how's kick support been lately? Not good. Kick support's been slow because some of the regulars who used to come by and support all the time haven't been around for whatever reason. Or, like, for example, the two biggest regulars, I'd say, would be Lance Catamaran and Stepdad, right? But there were others. There used to be others, and they just haven't been around. Now the question, begs itself. Were they sock accounts of somebody else?
Why would you do that? Hold on, let me bring it back. Like, why would you out Only Iced Coffee like that?
They would be Lance Catamaran and...
I mean, if that was Only Iced Coffee, of course.
And Stepdad, right? But there were others.
He's not the only one who uses sock accounts, so it is what it is.
And they just haven't been around. Now the question, begs itself. Were they sock accounts of somebody else? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. You never know with this stuff, right? Maybe it was. But in general,
why would you bring that up, though?
It hasn't been great on Kick, at all. It's been kind of slow, but at the same time, it's not terrible either. It's not like the worst, no point in streaming there. It's been all right. So, that in general,
he's building up to leaving. You could tell he's building up to leaving. I wonder if he's just waiting to see if they'll pull the partnership from him. I don't think they'll do that, but I wonder if he's waiting for that to happen, or if he is quote unquote behind the scenes trying to negotiate something with Twitch that they'll let him get his managed partnership back. I wonder if that's what the plan is. I wouldn't put it past them. That's all I'm saying, chat. I wouldn't put it past them.
Definitely, it's this game right now that's killing it. Like, there's been support for the other games I'm playing. Definitely not for this, okay? The Block, thank you for a $5 super chat, man. Finally.
Yeah, I don't know what the ban counter is over there on Twitch, or not on Twitch, on Kick, but it's huge. It's fucking amazingly huge and shit. Holy shit. But keep in mind, though, too, this is my own personal theory. He bans people because he knows that they're going to make more sock accounts and then come back. So he's just doing it to try to inflate his number. That's how he got to 100,000 followers on Twitch. All those accounts that he sat there and banned, and he made people go ahead and big ups nowhere. He would sit there and ban all these accounts, right, on Twitch, and then they would come back and make new accounts, and they just inflated his following number or his follower number. He knew what he was doing. At least I'm of the theory that he knew what he was doing. I think with Kick is the exact same way, but it's not paying off in the way he thought it would.
Some support.
Because let's be honest, if you make a troll account and you follow DSP on Twitch or on Kick or wherever, right, you're not unsubbing. If that account gets banned, you're just going to make another one. I mean, if you don't already have a few of them already on deck. You see what I'm saying? So.
I appreciate it. Hopefully more people will come by for Dragon Quest. Seriously. I hope so, man. We'll see. We still got 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, Sonic, if he's up to like 10K on that ban shit. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Holy shit. I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. Not at all. Fucking A.
Who do I think could beat GoldenEye faster, me or a Petri dish of brain cells?
That's hilarious.
I guess it would depend on who knows the controls. If the Petri dish knows the controls, it probably would beat me soon. Or beat me It would probably beat the game faster than me. Excuse me. I said it backwards.
Babbling alcoholic? What the fuck?
Yeah. Because that's controls. If the Petri dish knows the controls, it probably would beat me soon. Or beat me It would probably beat the game.
It's like he had a mini stroke or something. That's hilarious, son. What's wrong with you, Phil? Fucking A. Where's Babbling Black Man when you need him and shit? He should be out here memeing the fuck out of this. Fucking A, bro. Let's see pictures so you can still learn how to play. That's hilarious. I should go and read that article.
Brain cell. I guess it would depend on who knows the controls. If the Petri dish knows the controls, it probably would beat me soon. Or beat me It would probably beat the game faster than me. Excuse me. I said it backwards. Yeah. Because that's why I didn't know how to play it. I didn't understand the controls at all. I jumped right in. The controls were insanely not intuitive. It was the thumbstick moves you forward, back, left, right in every direction, which no game does in the modern era. The firing was left trigger. Figure that out. Every game right trigger is fire, but it was left trigger. So the controls are just bizarre.
Holy
If
shit.
I had played GoldenEye in the 90s and that was the control scheme on the N64, then maybe I would have understood.
Did he never play Golden? Boy, you must have had a sad ass childhood. Especially since games back then, ironically enough, games back then were kind of meant to be played with other people. I mean, yeah, you could solo those games, obviously. But like, I mean, I must have played, I'm pretty confident the first time I ever played GoldenEye, I had played the multiplayer long before I actually played through the story mode. You know what I'm saying? Like, with most retro games, they were made to be played with other people in mind. But if you don't have any fucking friends and you're a shut-in and you just stay with mommy all day watching the Home Shopping Network and shit, then you could understand why he doesn't have any experience with any of this shit. But then he's a massive fucking poser and says that he loves retro games, right? So, like, which one is it? Like, the ass clown called himself the king of retro, but you never played GoldenEye? All right, man.
Did it? I didn't know what the hell was going on. Pretty simple. It wasn't meant to be a serious, attempt to play the game. It was just messing around with classics during a marathon when I was drinking and being silly. But you notice no one.
So now we use alcoholism. Now we use our alcoholism to justify why we're great screenshot. Anyway, we use alcoholism to justify why we're bad at games, or why we don't have to take games seriously. Okay, fair enough. That's a choice. That's a choice.
will mention that when they highlight my clip and say, "Oh, he sucks at GoldenEye." Yeah, I do. Who cares? Certainly not me, or I would have actually researched the controls and tried, right? But I don't give a fuck. It was a silly marathon. That was the whole point. It was entertaining to see me die to the first guy.
No. It made you look highly fucking regarded. That's what that was. To lose to the first guy off rip? All right, bro.
Everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter and TikTok had a field day with it, just not in the way that you're making it sound.
Hence, everyone who thinks that they have a point has none. Which is why I don't care what these idiots say on the fucking internet. Let the Petri dish be better than me at GoldenEye. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
I don't give a fuck.
All right.
Isn't it pronounced Petri dish? Whatever. I could be wrong.
Good place to split the part. When we come back, we'll continue on with this dungeon and with Dragon Quest VII. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so I am going to mute the audio, and I'm going to go ahead and play you guys some highlight clips and go on a break. When I come back, there'll be another hour of Dragon Quest
Couldn't you just mute the game audio in OBS, though? You don't have to... Whatever.
VII here on the stream, everyone. So listen, thank you to both Jack of Flames, The Block.
Unless he has his game audio coming through desktop audio. But other than that, he should just be able to... He should theoretically just be able to... Not even theoretically. He should be able to... If he has all of his fucking audio in separate sources, he could just mute the game audio. Whatever.
Step
It's not like I haven't fucked up. I haven't fucked up in OBS once or twice. Okay, way more than once or twice. You know what I mean? So who am I to talk, I guess?
Dad and Princess Luna. All of you just supported the stream in the last hour, and I really appreciate it. We got an hour left, and we can get some more support. You know, the playthrough will be doing all right again. You understand? We were at $20 for like 2.5, 3 hours. Now we're at least at 50. Can we get, some more support, please, for Dragon Quest today?
Please.
All right, let's go. If you like turn-based playthroughs, chill vibes, please support the stream. When I come back, I like to do some shout-outs and then continue with the dungeon for an hour. Okay.
18 years on the internet, right? And you're pleading to make it to like $75, $100. Do you know how fucking sad that's? And this is what I tried to tell y'all all these years ago, that it's because of people like DSP that streaming is just another low-wage entry-level job. That's what that's what it is now to some degree. But that's what this is turning into. It's just going to be another entry-level job for the internet. Streaming. That's all it is. Anybody can do it. Not everybody will succeed at it, but anybody can do it. And that's what it's coming down to. And you're finding more and more people who seem to start to take on DSP's traits when it comes to begging or asking for contributions, however you want to word it, however you want to spin it. And I think that shit's starting to become more and more commonplace. And DSP is literally who they're going to look back at and say he's the one who led the charge. I honestly think that's what it's coming down to, which is insane. You don't turn on your stream and expect it to be an ATM, right? Like, the internet's not meant to provide like that. You know what I mean? Whatever, but I find it to be amusing as hell.
Okay? But in the meantime, enjoy some highlight clips, and I will see you guys in a few minutes, okay?
Crazy.
All right.
All right, I'll be back. Okay, so
Yeah, you should never. I mean, at the end of the day, do what you want. It's your money, right? But you should never do troll donations to lolcows. You know what I'm saying? You should never do that. But I will also say, to be honest, his entitlement to people's money and their time existed long before trolling. You know what I mean? It's existed far longer than that. Like the behavior that he has, or the complex that he's developed, is something that he's developed throughout his entire life. You know what I'm saying? The troll tipping is asking for help without asking a direct group of people for help. That's all it is. And he's kind of already done that when he wanted people to buy in on the Rage-a-thons or on the Grill Fill segments or whatever else. But it's ironic because when he was on Twitch, and this is before the chargebacks really got heavy, he was getting troll donations all the time. He used to read them and then he would say, fuck you or whatever. And then eventually he just stopped addressing it altogether. So the troll donations have always been a thing, right? And it's always been, I wouldn't say sizable. I think someone did some numbers back in like 2017, 2018, probably 2019. And I think it made almost like 15%, maybe even almost 20% of what he was making at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like if you've got that type of, you know, you're talking about almost a quarter. If that's the case, just let it happen and keep it moving. But once the chargeback game came in full effect, he's been screwed. And he did it to himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's going to like you, but if someone throws $2 at you to mock you for a minute, take that shit on the chin and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Now he misses that and he tries to cope like he's ready to go. He's ready to roll with the punches, right? But in reality, a lot of those troll donations hit a nerve and he can't get over it. You know, yeah, exactly. 20% is definitely way too much, for sure. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Troll donations back in the day were funny though. I gotta admit. They were pretty fucking hilarious. Like there's some, like if you go back and watch some of the old Tevin streams, there's some zingers. People threw some zingers at DSP. Especially like Third Eye the Third. For sure. Like he definitely deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of like DSP like troll donations and shit. And whatnot. I'm actually kind of wanting to do a stream where we go over like who should be on like DSP Detractor Mount Rushmore. I kind of want to do that. I know for sure though that Tevin's not going to be on it because Tevin gets GOAT status. So just in case I do decide to do it and you ask why Tevin's not on there, he's above that. So then it's just everybody else afterwards. I kind of already have my 4 lined up, to be honest. But it varies by what you're looking for or what you value in a detractor and in the content that they produce. I think it'd be a good conversation, to be honest. I'll have to think about that. Well, the thing is with Duty is Duty wants to make himself part of the content, but he doesn't want the criticism that comes with that. That's one of many Duty problems, to be honest. But that's like that's his issue. That's his issue. And if he was smart enough, he would see that. When you insert it's different if you're just clipping a bunch of stuff, or if you're editing a bunch of stuff, or if you're even commenting on it like what I'm doing now, right? I guess you could say I'm inserting myself into the content as well because I'm speaking about it, right? But when you go the extra step the extra steps that Duty does, that's different. Now you're up for being criticized just like DSP does. And for some reason he don't understand that. He says he understands it, but he don't. Because if he did, he wouldn't get as upset at the criticism that he gets, because you put yourself there. Like when I put myself out here saying what I'm saying, whether you like it or not, I'm putting myself out there to be criticized, right? Because if not, I would just do edited content and I would just leave it at that. That's not something that I'm not above criticism. No one is, to be honest with you, for good, bad, or otherwise. For whatever reason, Duty don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can have this demographic of people who are like, oh, well, we get a reaction out of DSP, so we don't care what Duty does. And fair enough if that's how you feel, right? But then when DSP sits there and weaponizes it, and when somebody else, like some of these normies, decide to weaponize it and be like, wow, you know, I get trolling DSP and all this, but when these guys do all this extra shit, it makes all of us look like weirdos, then you can't go back and say, oh, it's just for the entertainment value, because that's not how it works. It doesn't look like that. We have to all eat that at that point. But maybe that's just me. What's up, Loco Slam? It's a long time. How you been?
We will have one more hour of Dragon Quest. We'll do this dungeon, right? That'll be cool. And hopefully we'll unlock some new levels of our new jobs and stuff for the next hour. Please, if you are here right now live, number one, please give the stream a like if you're on YouTube. That helps.
There's grifters everywhere. It doesn't matter what community you're in, you're gonna always have grifters. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. And that's one of the reasons why DSP wants to give so much praise to SOK, because I guess one can make the argument that SOK gatekeeped a lot of that. The thing is, I guess it depends on. I guess it's not so much on who you consider a grifter; it's on what they do that you consider grifting. I suppose. Maybe that's just me.
Number two, please consider supporting the playthrough. Right now, we're at $50 of support for the entire stream.
What's up, Drake? I'm not sure if that's the same Drake though. It might be.
NSX for the $10 tip. I really do appreciate it.
Oh shit, my bad.
Number two, please consider supporting the playthrough. Right now, we're at $50 of support for the entire stream.
NSX for the $10 tip. I really do appreciate it. Things have been really fucking slow today. The earlier stream, and now tonight, like, I don't know why. Today was just a real slow day. So I do appreciate that very much. Thank you very much, M5 NSX. That's a good tip to help me out here tonight. Thank you.
Yes, obviously, I would like to do better than that by the end of the stream. So if you like chill vibes, turn-based RPGs, please support the stream. Hey, if you just like my content and me as a person, please support the stream.
Yeah, for sure. Tevin, see, here's the thing about the situation with Tevin. Like, Tevin just wanted to put his opinion out there. There was no, like, okay, Heavy's the head, right? So, like, so when Duty first stepped up into this, like, a few years ago after he got Miller out of the way, right? He wanted to be, like, the face of the community and everything that entails. Does he not understand the criticism that would have came with that? And then on top of that, he was putting a target on his chest and on his back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how people scrutinize Duty's backstory about whatever the fuck that alleged story is? People would have already figured out if that was true enough or true or not back then, if he had actually grasped for the crown. You know what I'm saying? If there's even a crown, if there's even a throne, right? Like, the reason why Tevin didn't go after the crown or didn't take the crown and didn't sit on the throne, because one, you could make the argument that neither one of them exists, and two, who wants that? Who wants the expectations that comes with that? He just wants to put out content, have a laugh about it, and keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that in power corrupts. Like, at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? If you go from being, let's say you go from someone who streams to like 10 people, and then all of a sudden you're streaming to like 10,000 people, right? Sooner than later, something is going to happen to you. Just because of just the sheer amount of attention that you have and how you handle it, that's going to do something to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happened to Fred. That's what happens to a lot of people in a lot of different communities, to be honest with you. And then sooner than later, someone's going to come for your head. No one wants that. You know what I mean? Like, no one in their right mind should want that. Like, you being a pillar or being respected, like Agent Proper is a pillar of the community, right? Being a pillar is one thing. Being respected is one thing. You wanting a fucking crown and taking everything that comes with, good, bad, or otherwise, there are a lot of people who are just not built for it. The ones who understand what that is and say, yeah, I don't want that, nor do I need that, are those are the people who have real longevity, and more importantly, they have respectability. Because you can have the biggest sub count in the world or whatever, you can have all these views, but that doesn't mean that you're liked or respected. People go to you because you fit a certain type of criteria or you provide a certain function in the story. If you see yourself having more value than beyond that, you're already in trouble. DSP is respected. Holy shit. Oh man. Exactly. There is no, yeah, it's so much easier to look at it as there is no throne. There is no crown, there's no throne. Everybody has their time, if you will, right? If you choose to stick with it after that time and be able to maintain, if you will, then most people would consider that being successful in itself. If you need to have your hands in every little thing, then that's a problem on you. That's a you problem. And something like that will always come back to haunt you. You know what I mean? If not, or I should say, it'll haunt the people that are around you. You know what I mean? And that's where a lot of the problems come into play, but we can talk about that another day. I don't want to bore you with all that.
I get it. This isn't for everyone, but this actually was doing very well before the break. Then went on break for a week and a half to play Resident Evil. It sucks that now it seems like it's fallen off, but I want to keep it in the rotation, so please support the stream if you can. All right, let's go to some shout outs for some nice positive support.
DSP's earned that criticism though. Like, that's the thing. Like, DSP has earned that criticism. Especially since, I don't even know if I want to say that he peaked early, but a lot of it comes down to DSP saw, and this is however you want to measure success, he saw a lot of positive results. Let's say it that way. He saw a lot of positive results early, and he's been fighting to try to gain that back. Even though, realistically, he threw it all away. There was certain shit that was said that he should have let slide. There were certain things that were done, like this is how you don't play, that should have been that he just should have let slide. Sooner than later, he was always going to end up the way he ended up, but he hastened that by a lot. And he still hasn't come to terms with it yet. And one can make the argument for Duty is the same thing. Like, a lot of the problems that Duty has, or a lot of the dirt that's on his name, is his own doing. And he just won't accept it. You know what I mean? For whatever reason. But it is a peak is weak. Good shit. Big ups to fucking Dwight Race for that. But like, they brought, like, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of similarities between them if you think about it. But it is what it is.
Support. Now, in the meantime, let's continue with the dungeon. Here we go. Yeah, well, Zelocity goes, the momentum's broken. The game was on hold too long. Yeah, except if I didn't play Resident Evil the way I did, everyone would have complained that Resident Evil took too long. And that's why the playthrough didn't do well, Phil, because we don't want to show up because everyone else already beat it. So there's no way to win. Like, literally, there's no way to win and do it the proper way because there's no proper way to do it. You get it?
But you're going to accuse other people of doing it improperly because they speeded through it. What sense does that make?
You're a variety creator like me. You basically just got to, try to juggle as best you can, and you can't always do it perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, there is no ideal way.
So he's literally admitting that what he does is wrong too. But that means that you can, whatever. How do you judge someone else when you're admitting that you're doing it wrong yourself?
Well, thank you. Rose Diamond says, I think that playing Resident Evil 9 like you did was the right call. It just sucks that, not other games are floundering because of it. You're right.
No, there is no real variety if you think about it, if he plays everything the exact same way, which he's already admitted to doing. So, whatever.
Sucks. Let's see. All right. So, everyone, thank you for a great Dragon Quest stream. Despite the fact that, sadly, the support did slow down this time. All right. I still like the game. And we're going to do another stream of it later in the week. Now, I'm hoping, being transparent here for those watching on demand too, yeah, I'm hoping that things pick up. Things were actually getting really good for this game. And now all of a sudden, we're back down to half of what it was before. That sucks. So hopefully things will pick up next time. If you're watching, you can make it next time. Please do and support the stream. Thanks for watching Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. See you next time.
Okay.
And so, thank you everyone for chilling. Thanks to those who did support. I appreciate you. I do hope that we can do better next time. Seriously, I hope so.
How defeated he looks. Look how greasy his brow is. Like, look at all that. Just grease. Just toxic toilet juice all over the place. Jesus. And look at your face, man. Like, what? Like, shave this off. This dirty Sanchez that's on your fucking chinny chin chin. Get rid of that. And then look at all this shit. And see, I blame Silent Weapon for this. Because I can never unsee this. But look at this. Look at the indentions in this. Look at the creases. Holy God damn it, Phil. Aging gracefully, right? All right.
No, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Holy shit, son.
So, guys, I hope you're having a good time. Again, if you are, please like the stream.
Yeah, well, we're not going to do all that. All right, so big ups to Memology on that. That's fucking wild. Okay, let's see here. We have, you know what? We can probably go on one more field trip, and I'm going to let y'all go. Let's see here. Let's see what I'm looking for. Let's see. But big ups to Memology on that. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I know what I can show you. Let me see if I can find that James the Lesser thing real fast. I wish I could find the tweet, but I'll just go ahead and see if I can pull the video up. Let's see if I can pull just the video up. But this is the, let me give you some preface to this. Joe Woe got caught cheating again. That's crazy. Anyway, let's see here. So, let's see here. Brother's wedding, pregnancy news, attacked by neighbors. Let's see. I know he has it. Exposing cat's personal information on side scrollers. It should be right. I know I saw this. Give me a second. Because I think he calls it like lore I didn't know or something. Because after that, I found the tweet. Here we go. Got it right here. All right. All right, big ups to James on that. So... Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, James Lesser had this video about that chick who was abusing her Doberman. Like, that was one of the biggest videos on James's channel. I don't know where that's at. All right, here, let me bring this up, though. Wonder where that video went. It was a good video, though. Okay, so here we go. So you see we're on James Lesser's channel. I've watched this video, so it's weird that it says that I didn't thumb it up, because I've been watching this video. Anyway, so this is from 4 years ago. And let's see here. DSP lore. I never knew Panda Lee dropped out of high school to get with DSP and is getting their GED now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is March 25th of 2021. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm mad I couldn't find the tweet, but we got this. All right, here we go. Big ups to James.
Blackness. The absence of light.
What's up, Aladdin?
These are the eyes.
Oh, wait a second. Did Giannis or fucking Barkley? Damn, that's hard. Barkley was the man in his day, bruh. But Giannis is a different type of animal, though, man. Fuck. But see, then again, the league was way tougher back in Barkley's day. So I don't know if most NBA players, that could survive back in like those early 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. I don't know if most NBA players these days could really, you know what I'm saying, hold up. I don't know, man. Oh man. A lot of people back in that day had the Michael Jordan roadblock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, theoretically, like Patrick Ewing, for example, like, dude, like, if you really think about how dominant Michael Jordan was, like, there were dudes who didn't get rings until he left the league, if you really think about it, right? Like, he literally had a stranglehold on cats. And then you got guys, because I like watching those NBA interviews with some of these old timers, right? With all due respect. And most of these dudes still have PTSD over what Jordan did to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, and the Bulls at large. But Michael Jordan in particular. Like, I don't think there's another Michael Jordan. There'll ever be another Michael Jordan that's built like that. It's not just what he had genetically and like the God-given talent and all that and the work ethic, but it's just his mentality where everybody is an enemy, even your own teammates. Like, if your teammates aren't elevating to where you're at, they're a problem. Not that they're a deficit, they're a problem and they need to be addressed. And that's why fucking Kerr ended up getting punched during that practice session, and then try to swing back at Jordan, and then they've been cool ever since. Like, who does that? Like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you really think about it, exactly, Black Jesus. That was what was that, Larry Bird who said that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's Larry Bird well, everybody called Michael Jordan Black Jesus, but I think Larry Bird was the one who said that That's not God. No, was it? That's not God playing. That's not God as Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan as God. It's something along those lines. I got to go back and look at that reference. But yeah, he's just built different. Like, you just don't have that type of mentality. It really comes down to the mentality. And there's nobody in the league currently that's built like that. I would say there's nobody in the last 20 years that's built like that. I don't think. That's just not a thing. You go back and you watch the old NBA shit, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's just not a thing. Yeah, it's God disguised as Michael Jordan. Big ups. That's what it was. Like, there's nobody built like that. There's not. And that in the cookie cutter league that we have now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when okay, so we're cool off the court and I get all that and I'm cool with that. But on the court, I'm trying to take your motherfucking head off. You know what I'm saying? If we're on the opposite team, I'm trying to take your motherfucking head off. You know what I mean? And it's nothing personal. This is business. You know what I mean? At that point. And that should be something that's understood, and it's not. And dudes are getting paid so much money now that's the reason why most of these guys don't mind never getting a ring. Because you're getting paid more money than most of you guys should be getting paid anyway. So I don't know. That's a discussion we can have for another day, but that's a good point. All right, let's take a look at this nonsense.
A psychopath.
Hello, and welcome to James the Lessons Express.
Do I think Michael Jordan would ever have wanted the team? No. I think Michael Jordan is one of those guys who he works with what he has. Now, don't be wrong. If he can maneuver pieces or whatever, then that's one thing. But no, that whole, like, the whole big three or your super teams or whatever, nah, Jordan wouldn't want that. Jordan wouldn't want that because it takes away the struggle. It takes away the struggle. And he's literally someone who he's strengthened by adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jordan is someone who needs struggle, he needs pain, he needs suffering, and he uses that to make himself stronger, to make himself better. And then by proxy, his teammates as well, so to speak. No, I don't see him ever wanting to do that, to be honest. Nah. Like, I could never see Michael Jordan and, like, Patrick Ewing and, like, Clyde Drexler on the same team or whatever. Like, outside of the Olympics, of course. But, like, throughout the season, nah, I don't see that. I don't see that. Because winning for Michael Jordan is more than just winning, if that makes sense. Like, I'll have to think about that. Well, here's the thing. I will say this one thing. The whole thing about Jordan would find reasons to get mad, that is something a bit unusual. I found it to be unusual. It's an interesting kind of trait to have, to be honest. But I looked at it as he's constantly looking for something to push himself, right? And I'll give you an example from a battle rap standpoint. Charlie Clips. Like, Charlie Clips is a perfect example of someone who has ridiculous talent and he's lazy as shit. And I love Charlie Clips, but he's lazy as fuck because he is so good. His pen is, I don't think he has God pen. He has a good pen, but he has a really good pen, but I don't think he has a God pen. But his penmanship is so good, and his freestyling ability is almost God-given. That he doesn't feel a need to push himself, so he doesn't take battles seriously. And that's one of the reasons why he resorts to freestyling, because it's almost like he puts himself at a disadvantage to make himself better. And that wasn't the way to go about it. And that's the reason why a lot of people have a hard time putting him on Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? That's my thoughts. And I used to have Averb on Mount Rushmore too, but not now. But I used to. He used to be on my Mount Rushmore. Anyway, sorry, I'm sidetracking it. My bad. You guys aren't here to hear all that bullshit. But drop the link to Chio's channel. Yeah, I can do that. Give me just a second, actually, and then we'll let me actually do that right now. Oh, well, actually, here, no, let me drop it. I was gonna say my my Nightbot will actually do that, but I'll just go ahead and put this out there. So I want people to actually have it. So give me just a second. Bloop. Because Chio does a lot of heavy lifting and whatnot, as well as a lot of people, believe it or not. I'm very grateful for that. Let's see here. All right, here we go, right here. Hey. All right, here you go. All right, that's the link to Chio's channel. And big ups to Chio. All right, here, let me not hold you guys up. Let's go ahead and get to, let's get back to this video real quick. I really do want you guys to see this. I really want you guys to see this. All right. No worries, no worries. Like I said, I have no problem doing it. Like I said, big ups to Chio. All right, here we go.
Wrestling, where we get you out as fast as possible. Bring you something I didn't know. We all know he started talking when she was 17, and then taking her across state lines. Because in his state, 17 is legal. Her state, not so much. Now, I did not know this lore, just like we got side Phil too. Apparently, Leanna is a high school dropout, and Phil was trying to get with her around that time. She's currently studying to get her GED. DSP groomed Leanna more than he grooms his own hair. Right now, he's gamer, grumps, got caught doing something like grooming guys. Isn't that hilarious? Because not me, Ree. Pot meet kettle. Groomer meet another groomer. Holy shit.
And LTG actually has the same thing with his last girlfriend, because he had known that chick before she was of age too. So, oh shit, my bad. Can you guys actually see this? You can't. I'm sorry. my bad. My bad. I ain't already screwed up. All right, here we go.
Welcome to James, the Lessons Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible. Bring you something I didn't know. We all know he started talking when she was 17, and then taking her across state lines. Because in his state, 17 is legal. Her state, not so much. Now, I did not know this lore, just like we got side Phil too. Apparently, Leanna is a high school dropout, and Phil was trying to get with her around that time. She's currently studying to get her GED. DSP groomed Leanna more than he grooms his own hair. Right now, he's gamer, grumps, got caught doing something like grooming guys. Isn't that hilarious? Because not me, Ree.
The thing, okay, so that's actually a fair question. To Aladdin, yeah, DSP and Dale have a lot in common. I mean, theoretically, you could throw Wings in there too with all his talk of underage shit, to be honest. So that's the thing. To Sonic, the whole thing about lolcows and fucking and high school dropouts, young and inexperienced and controllable at that, to be honest. I think that's really what it comes down to. Excuse me. They're potent. I hate to say it this way. They're probably the ideal victims. It's a thing and whatnot. It shouldn't be a thing. It should be up against the wall all day, every day. But it's just the reality of it and whatnot. I don't know really what to tell you because like with this whole situation here, like the fact that Panda was down on going to college or just college in general for all these years, this right here makes a whole shitload of sense when you think about it. And it's funny how once she breaks away from Phil, I mean, it took her another 4 years, but then all of a sudden she wants to get her GED. And the moment she got her education, you fast forward to like the beginning of this year, now all of a sudden she's doing really well at her job of choice. Which, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a financial institution, to be honest with you, which is even more ironic because think about it. She succeeded, or she is succeeding in a career field that Phil couldn't. John basically took his passion for writing and producing and directing and is turning it into, or it has been over the years, I should say, turned it into, or he's parlayed it into a successful thing, right? MJ, who also works with John on some of those projects, has at least shown some competency as an actor. And then you have Howard, who's just the regular everyday dude who is doing fairly well the last time I checked in on him. And he has a background in martial arts, so he can actually defend himself. That's fucking insane how, if you look at the people who were formerly associated with DSP, succeeded in ways that DSP couldn't. I find that to be absolutely fucking fascinating after they broke away from him, of course.
Pot meet kettle. Groomer meet another groomer. Holy shit.
Yeah, facts. Facts, Dwight. The DSP goes out of his way to hold people back or to have them dependent on him. And it's a control type thing. He has abandonment issues, obviously, amongst other things. It's an interesting problem. Give me a second, guys. Well, I'll play the video for you.
Shit. And then taking her across state lines. Because in this state, 17 is legal. Her state, not so much. Now, I did not know this lore, just like we got side Phil too. Apparently, Leanna is a high school dropout, and Phil was trying to get with her around that time. She's currently studying to get her GED. DSP groomed Leanna more than he grooms his own hair. Right now, he's gamer grumps got caught doing something like grooming guys. Isn't that hilarious? Because not me, Ree. And then taking her across state lines. Because in this state, 17 is legal. Her state, not so much.
All right, so you guys get the drift. Here, let me actually put this in the chat for y'all. You guys can check it out. Big ups to James on that if you guys want to see more of it. Let's see here. Let's move around a little bit. All right. All right, so there's the link to James's video. Check that out. And all right, guys. So I think I basically showed what I wanted to show. We'll do something more extensive next stream and whatnot, because I'm on a bit of a time crunch, and that was actually the phone call I've been waiting on. So let's go ahead and swap back over. I want to thank y'all for coming out. Like I said, I really appreciate y'all showing up to the stream. And like I said, I'll catch you guys. I want to say hopefully over the weekend, maybe, but we'll see. We will see. But I hope to catch up with y'all at least sometime in the next week, because I want to try to make this like a weekly thing, but we'll see how that plays out. Let me take another look at big ups to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you coming out. Let's see here, Aladdin. You said before that Phil thinks of people who serve a purpose, if not as soon as they discarded, but karma came back. Facts. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. Like, DSP is a known user, and like I said, once you've basically been used up, or he feels like you've broken away from him, or you just don't serve a purpose, he just knocks you up and out. It's an unfortunate thing, but that's what he does. And no one should be surprised about it. So the fact that when people leave him and they've gone on to do even better when they were with him really speaks to him as a person. But DSP will never admit that. In any case, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all taking up a lot of your time. Let me go ahead and play y'all out. And I'll throw some SnortBucks in the chat for y'all. Take care of yourselves, people. And here, let me play some music for you guys on the way out. Later, people.
That's a cage fight, big grip and a gate side. Got the K9, said K9, sit right on the waistline. Heard through the grapevine, it don't make wine. They hoping they great, I don't stay high. I've changed when I got famous, I'll explain it. If I'm hating, they say that I got favorites. Paid, but I got payments upon payments. I'm in pain, but I'm not blaming, I'm just saying. I'm a bro's blood thirsty, he's got cravings. If he lean out the window, he's not aiming. Remember hearing a door knock and it's bailiffs, now it's acres. I ain't even got neighbours.
40,000 square feet off of this pain. Look at me, I got heartaches. He don't know what heartache is. I can't ask no one for a teaspoon of sugar, it's tough, got no neighbours. My uncles had no papers. We sold sweets in school, made sense that the man them grew up and sold flavours. Wanted a million so much, went to the perfume store, bought pack of the man. THG had me in the back of the van and prank. On a book of flight to Japan. I'm on a private jet and the pilot's telling me jokes, selling me land. I'm driving on a van. True say I got disqualifications, asking God, why bless me, I'm a sinner. Why bless me when I've sinned? I don't care if the next man lose, I just wanna see us man win. Business class is free, so my mum takes every snack and every drink. For the times that we struggled and we never had, I'd get on her, I'm telling them.
Slow down with the greatness, gotta take time. Pose out on a big thing, on a date night. They try to imitate mine, that's a hate crime. Rolls in the can, throwing hands, that's a gauge fight. Big grip and a gauge side. Got the K9, said K9, sit right on the waistline. Heard through the grapevine, it don't make wine. They hope and they pray, I don't stay high. I've changed when I got famous, I'll explain it. If I'm hating, they say that I got favourites. Paid, but I got payments upon payments. I'm in pain, but I'm not blaming, I'm just Majesty's got cravens. If you lean out the window, he's not aiming. Remember hearing a door knock and it's bailiffs. Now it's acres, I ain't even got neighbours. You know that you're rich when you get a new crib, but it don't have a number. Shit's got a name. My